Welcome, Todd.
Thank you very much. Great to be here.
Before I met you and you were in the Standout job search coaching program, where was your job search at?
I was at the point where, partly because I wanted to feel productive on it and advice from somebody I had talked to early on, I was applying for, whatever I could find that was somewhat related to the role I wanted to eventually land. Going out to the job boards and literally like my goal was like at least 10, a lot of times it was 20 jobs a day that I was, trying to fill out applications for. And it was exhausting.
How much time would you estimate you were spending a day on applications?
It was a lot of the day. I was like, okay, this is going to be my full time job right now. While I'm looking for a role, I might as well be spending the same amount of time I would be spending at work at the job search.
What really was the root driver of you wanting to make this switch?
I was in education. I was a teacher for almost 15 years. I loved it. Like the actual job, very fulfilling. There are aspects of it that we all know, are really tough too, especially the salary. I've got 4 kids, and I went through just a personal situation that was really challenging for me where I didn't get the support from my superiors basically that I thought I was going to. And I kind of had a realization that I can probably do better than this and that there's something different out there for me.
What about this program made it so impactful for you?
I slowed down what I was doing day to day, right? Immediately. I stopped mass applying for every job I could find, in in the area, basically. And I took some time to think about what I really wanted. You start to learn your value, and you can explain your specific value to a company that you're come to. Along with that, were some things like connections, right? One of the other changes I made pretty early on in the program was to start doing some informational interviews with people, see who I might know at a certain company, who has a similar job or in an industry that I want to go to, and just have a conversation with them and then see who they could connect me with. And those organic conversations eventually landed, the offers that I got. So that was really good.
You kind of mentioned like that confidence was a big thing as well. How did that confidence change the way you interacted with companies?
I felt like I had some secret weapons. Because what I developed was basically an Excel sheet of questions that I knew would probably come up in the interviews. I had developed a way to talk about each one of those questions that I knew was positive, that wasn't going to let me ramble, because it's so easy to do that. It gave me confidence that every time I actually got to a live interview, like I've got this. I wasn't scared about it. I wasn't worried.
So tell us about your results.
I got my first real offer about 3 months into the program, and it was essentially replacing the salary that I had before and all these side hustles I was doing just to make the ends meet, right? So that was really, and it was in the exact role that I wanted in terms of the industry and the job title and the type of work that I wanted to do. So that was great. Right after I got that job, about 4 weeks into it, I got a call from another company that I had started to talk to earlier, and they were just slower to move. And they said, "Hey, we have this thing. We want to know if you're still interested." And I said, "Yeah, but I've been at this job like a month." So it would take a lot for me to leave. And then to your point about like salary ranges and negotiation and stuff, they told me what they were thinking. And I was like, okay, let's continue to talk. So I guess it was like a month after the first offer, I got another one for the job I'm in right now. And it nearly doubled the salary I had a year ago, and had a signing bonus too. And I'm kind of getting choked up a little bit because it's like, even though I was unemployed last year and had no idea what was going to do, like by this time this year, we were able to take a vacation a couple weeks ago with my family, and like things are okay. So I've been able to spend a lot of more time with my kids, which is what one of my main goals. It's just a quality of life upgrade is really what it is. I can't say enough good about the program and what that did for me personally.
What would you say for people who are thinking about taking the leap, but maybe aren't quite sure about getting coaching like this?
I had no idea, honestly, how much value I was getting into between the life coaching opportunities, those hot seats that I signed up for a couple of those. In my position too, being able to like go back and watch other recorded sessions, or if I couldn't make it one night, I could still go back and get on those videos. The community, connecting with people from all over the place and lots of different industries on LinkedIn too, and then that turning into either advice from them or conversations that were helpful, or connections. And honestly, that's still paying off a little bit. Like we're still keeping in contact. So there's so much value. It's so worth it. And on this side of it, I would do it again, 10 times, honestly.